Hi guys, it's Chris at Cock and Crown, back in my cider shed with some more cider to try. And it is cider today from a very small producer. I'll give you a clue who it is. That might not help you at all, but that is the same producer, but that's in a big bottle. I might sneeze. Am I going to sneeze? I might sneeze twice. And I did. Pardon me. Cwm Maddoc. And look at that, you can tell it's a cider from the colour. You can tell it's a cider from the colour. That's got some, either a bit of sweet or a bit of sharp in it, hasn't it? Yes, it has, Chris. What is it? Good question. It was 6.3%. And it is Dabinett and Brown's 2021 full-body dry cider. So Dabinett, you know, your classic bit of sweet. Can have some quite forthright tannins. Can be quite orangey in flavour. And Brown's, that's a sharp. So that's going to bring some acidity to the party, absolutely. Hand-picked in Herefordshire, pressed, fermented, using wild yeast and bottled on the small holding. Contains sulfites. There you go. It's got this scan me thing again. What do I need to do? I need to do that. Like, let's open it. Pop. Smoking gun. Some bubbles in there. How are you getting this fizz, Jeremy? How are you getting that fizz? Oh, there's yeast in the air. It must be bottle conditioned. It won't be pet nat. It must be bottle conditioned, I see. Because there's some fermentation happening in that bottle because you've got yeast in the bottom. And I doubt you'd pet that a 500ml bottle. I doubt it. It's possible, but I just doubt it. Pour it out. Lovely bubbles. Lovely bubbles. Thingamajig colour. There you go. It's a very light amber, that. Absolutely is. Absolutely is. But sort of what you expect. You got something with, you know, good tannic structure in a Dabinett, and then something with low tannin in the Browns, which won't bring quite so much colour. Just think a lighter amber is sort of what you'd expect. Although there are no rules to any of these things. You know, almost anything can happen, it seems to me. And usually does. As Murray Walker used to say. Right, let's smell it. Oh, wow, okay. I mean, there's like, loads of things happened at once there. Interesting nose. So, there was a fresh apple character, like you've just taken like a fresh green apple, sliced it, sniffed it, got that thing going on top of which it has like a sautéed apple character. So butter, sugar, apple, sautéed. So, I think one of those things comes to the Dabinett and one of those things comes to the Browns. I mean, you know, I'm just guessing, because those are the sorts of things, those two different things would bring to the party, one would assume. And then there's a leafiness, there's an orchard element to it, like you're standing in an orchard and smelling. You know, it's got lots going on, but it's like an orchard would. It's really interesting. Yeah, and maybe hints of sort of toffee, caramel, but I guess that's the salted sugar thing, isn't it? I'm getting there, basically, same thing. Yeah, and the first thing I got was like a smell of almost overripe fruit, but that's gone now. It's not that. It's balanced with that sort of like fresh element. It's great. Nice nose. Really nice nose, actually. Really nice nose. I'm gonna try. I'm looking forward to this. Okay, so Dabinett is bringing the tannins. It really is. Solid astringency on the teeth. Solid soft tannin. Hints of hard tannin on the back. There's some minerality there. There's some acidity from the Browns, but it's not overpowering at all. It's a nice level of acidity. So about as much as I'd like. I don't like super acid ciders. This is good. Well balanced, well judged. I don't know what the percentage is. Oh, it says actually with 8 more varieties, it says here. And on this scan me thing, there's an asterisk as well. So I assume that the other 8 varietals will be revealed to me when I scan this QR code. So I'll put those on the screen. Obvs. So I know what they all are, but I assume the dominant 2 of Dabinett and Browns. Otherwise, why put them on there? Yeah, again, there's that overripe fruit thing again. Almost overripe sort of stone fruit rather than apple. Yeah. And it almost feels like it's off dry. There's a hint of residual sugar in. Almost does. I don't think there is. But there's a really good solid fruit character in the middle of this. That sweated, that cooked baked apple thing. You don't get that. Sorted apple, pardon me. You don't get that on the palate. There's a richness to it. There's a good solid ripe apple element to it, which sits comfortably with that sharp. And it's really well balanced. It's really well balanced. And this is pretty cold. You could drink this warmer, for sure. Yeah. I like that. I like that. There's a lightness to it and a freshness to it. But there's also kind of a complexity to it as well. You know, because of the tannic element and so forth. The different varietals are bringing different things to the party. Although nothing's like in your face, you know, shouting. It's sort of like, it's more like a harmonious group. And I like all the different things that are happening. I like that. I think that's a really nice cider. And it says like full-bodied dry, which makes you think it's going to be like, oh God, but actually it's not. It does have tannin, but it's got a freshness to it and a drinkability about it, which I really like. Good cider, that. Me, like. That's a Dabinett and Browns 2021 from Jeremy at Cwm Maddoc. Thank you, Jeremy. Yeah, we like. And it'll be available on the website, but there aren't that many of them. So if you want to get some, you'd have to get there quick or find someone else that sells them. Those are your options. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me in my cider shed. I hope you join me again. But until that time, cheers.